So, welcome to No Reservations. We got a guest today. We are on Copacabana Beach, and we're going to try to do the best we can to make this interview informative, fun, educational. It's a little bit of rain, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy, and we're under some conditions, but we are here. So,
With
tell
balls
us.
on the beach.
Exactly. So, how about you tell us your name, where you're from, a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Giovanna. I'm 23 years old. I was born in Rio. I live in Rio my entire life. Only 7 months in Germany, but it doesn't count. And yeah, I have traveled abroad a lot, but for me, Rio continues to be like the best place on earth besides the rain today.
What places have you been to since you traveled to a lot?
So basically US, like the west and the east coast, Hawaii, that's US also, so Germany, France. Right now I just told you that I come back from the Atacama Desert. You guys should go.
Where is that at?
It's in Chile.
Oh, okay.
It's the most dry desert besides the North Pole and the South Pole in the Earth. Like it's driest than Sahara.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are all the places you've visited.
As I can remember by head, yeah, like England, London. I think the most like typical ones that people normally go. Because, for example, the desert is not a place that people normally choose to go.
Okay. So out of all of those places, obviously Rio is the best. What would you pick the second best?
The second place, I would go like for some place in the US, maybe California, because
of weather?
yeah.
LA?
But yeah, LA probably, San Diego. But there's a big but. I don't know about the culture because here in Brazil, I think like Latin America is so different, and I feel like they are more cold there. Like for example, when I lived in Germany, that was like the most thing I suffered from.
Being cold?
Yeah, and it was like a super like small city, so it's normal to people to get to know each other for like 5 years and never went to their home. And here, like if I'm with you here in the beach, some of my friends come, like talk to me, and she's going to a barbecue today, and you would be invited as well,
Right.
even though you don't know her. So
I've gotten invited to a lot of events already since I've been here.
you know,
By everybody.
that would not happen. I don't know in Jersey, but that would not
No, that
happen.
wouldn't. That
Yeah,
wouldn't.
you know, so I'm telling because of the weather, but I don't know about the culture, and I've never been to so many like Latin America places. Probably Mexico would be a great idea, but I just went like to the, I don't know which island, but not like Mexico City. But people say
I've been to Mexico City.
And
Been all over Mexico, so it's great.
Yeah.
The people are very festive. They're very warm. They will invite you out to stuff.
So yeah, probably Mexico, even though I've never been there.
But not like Rio. People invite you more.
Yeah. Yeah, here it's super common. Like, I was with a gringo, like, one day in Pedra do Sal. Have you ever went there?
I heard of it.
Yeah, and we made, like, 5 friends from Rio, and one of them I'm still friends. And we just met, like, drunk in Pedra do Sal, and she was like, where he's from? And I was saying, like, from Amsterdam, and she was like, I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. And now we are, like, buddies.
Okay, so Germany was cold. LA is a little cold. But you said you would pick LA as a second, right?
Yeah, probably,
Because
yeah.
of weather and that's it?
The weather. I need to be like near like water, beach. Like, but, I only work with this. Like it can be super stressful during the week, but in the weekend I will have this, and a waterfall, and I don't know, nature.
So you would recommend someone to move to Brazil or Rio in particular?
Yeah, I know that we have like the problem with violence. Even though saying to myself, and please this do not happen in the future, I have never been like robbed or something like this, because I think when you are raised here, you know like where to walk, where you can walk with your phone. Of course, I felt like a lot more safe. In US, in Germany, it was like walking with my phone drunk at 4 a.m. like no problems at all. And here you can do that, but the warm on the culture, the parties. And I'm not a huge fan of parties like Carnival. I prefer to go to the beach or to go to the mountains in Rio that we have. I don't know if you went like Petrópolis, Itaipava. No. This is
What's it called?
this is
It's the famous one. People hang off the cliff.
yeah. No, I'm talking about like mountains to you stay in the like cold weather. It's like 1 hour by car from like here. And I think it will be like even if you're like, especially if you're young, it will be one of the best like experiences in your life because you cannot make friends here. You will make friends, you will hang out, you will like, I don't know, date. This just happened in the city, I don't know. They say, New York is the city that never sleeps. I'm like, no, Rio is the city that never sleeps.
You've been to New York?
Yeah, I told you in January this year.
Okay. Everything is 24 hours here in Rio too?
You will find like a lot of things 24 hours. It's not going to be like a Times Square all shining and brightening, but here it's super common for you to go to a party that it ends, I don't know, like 6 a.m. and then you guys go to McDonald's or like just go to swim in the beach, like just in a place like a program in the other. Only if you're super drunk, but people do that, like go to bars and then to the beach and then you go sleep like 10 a.m.
Okay, that's fair. So, all right. You've been to, what places have you been to in Brazil? So I can get a scope of like your experiences.
Okay, so São Paulo, of course, is super near.
I've been there.
Yeah, São Paulo for me is like
Flights.
money, because it's there our, I don't know, I forgot the word for that, like, but where we have like the money, the trade marketing, like in New York, where you have
Trade stock market?
Yeah, it's there. So I think people there have more money and the things are like not more expensive because Rio is super expensive, but they have a lot more of nightlife. And this is strange because I was talking to a São Paulo girl and she said, yeah, we have more of a nightlife, but I prefer in the Rio one because there it's like more parties, expensive. So we feel like stylists, like those brands, they're like expensive, like Gucci and etc. You find a lot more in São Paulo. I've been to the Northeast, Nordeste, and so Bahia, I don't know, you know, like Maceió, Recife, and for me, that's one of the best beaches I ever been to. And I'm saying this with a lot of property because I went to like the 6th island in Hawaii, so I was like having the comparison of how like I would feel like, and the thing is that there is more easy life. It's like very paradisiac. No, in Nordeste.
Oh, it's more easy life north Brazil.
Yeah, like people are even slow. I think they are super like relaxed. So the water is warm most of the days. It's warm. It's more cheap than here, so you can drink like caipirinhas and etc. and like eat shrimps and lobster for like less. And
cheaper than Rio.
Rio is really expensive.
Oh wow!
It's because you guys like receive in dollars, so
okay.
Yeah.
So it's even cheaper.
Yeah, it's even cheaper, and you find a lot of caipirinhas with like fruits we don't have here, like siriguela. That's a fruit. Yeah. I really love the caipirinha, and a lot of like drinks you don't have here for cheaper. And it's like if you want to relax, go there. You're gonna be like on the beach the whole day. You're gonna like people are going to walk like barefoot, and I don't know. It's more like if you go to the small ones like Jericoacoara. I don't know if you heard from.
No, I never heard of it.
I'm gonna show you pics. The entire like city, like super small. It's like sand, so you only can walk in flip flops. And people stay in the beach the entire day, drink, blah blah blah, get a little bit of sleep, and then you have like sunsets, like bars. And really good restaurants, gelatos.
How much would it be? How much would it cost to stay in a month for like a hotel or something?
Depends on the type of hotel you want. Like
medium, not high end, not low, but like kind of like in the middle.
I don't know, like by month, but per day I would know. If you go to a really, really good one, it will be like 1,020. Oh my god.
1,000 reais? Over more?
Over more. 1,200. I forgot like that.
Oh, so it's like over, it's like 100 USD.
It's like, I'm gonna make the calculations, but like today, because Trump won and etc. Real, like 1 real is like it's 6,10 cents of dollar.
So 1 to 6.
Yeah, 1 to 6.
It used to be 1 to 5.
Yeah, it used to be 1 to 2. Like in
Oh, wow.
the first time I went to US, it was 1 to 2, and I was in Orlando, and I was like, yeah, everything's super cheap. Yeah. But right now, for example, it's more worthy for you to buy like iPhone here than in the US because you
Cheaper?
Yeah, it's cheaper. You can like pay in parcels, like divided. Yeah, but I think a good hotel there, I don't know because it's small city, but like 6,000 per day.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be like the price. So, but what
That
happened?
sounds like real prices over there. But you said high end though, so.
Yeah. But I'm like taking from reference Jericoacoara. That's the most recent in Nordeste that I went, and forgetting that it's like a super small. It's like near Búzios, do you know? It's
I heard of it, yeah.
Okay, so it's like you need to take a flight and then you need to take a car, and in the middle of like nowhere, so it's more expensive. For Bahia, I don't know, but cheaper, like cheaper, of course, like from 200 to 400 per day.
Okay.
And I don't know the prices for Airbnb, but they are normally better. And people stay a lot here in hostels because hostels here are good. Like you have the breakfast, you have breakfast, you get to know a lot of people. I was in Atacama, I stayed in a hostel, like in a room only for women, and I made like French friends, German friends, US friends. So I think if you're traveling alone, it's a good experience to have.
Okay, so what would you say to somebody that's never been to Brazil? What are some things that they should know that no one's ever heard before? It could be tips, it could be some advice, some things that they should look out for, some kind of first impressions that you've never told nobody. The things that's not said out there in the world.
Okay, probably.
A lot of people interview people and the interviews are redundant and ask the same questions. Like,
yeah, so I'm thinking like we're in the beach right now, so first thing I can say, if a person sees that you're not from here, they will charge you like a lot more than it is.
okay.
So if it was me going, I would look like the price of, for example, how much a matcha, like the drink costs, and like something like this, because I already seen, but they were already bought, so I cannot interfere, but paying like a lot more than the value that I from Carioca experience have. Also, if you gamble a little bit, like say, oh, that's too expensive, they're going to make for less. Like normally, like
Negotiate.
Gamble no, the chairs, etc. Like yesterday, I was in Leblon, and the guy said, oh, it's 10 reais, and I said, oh no, forget about it. And he was like, okay, I will make for 6. So you should like complain a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably, of course, be aware. Like here, it's not normal for you to be with your iPhone walking on the streets. Like I know that you guys can do
I
that.
heard they said that's not good to do that.
Yeah, it's not good. Like even when I'm like abroad, since I am like used to do this in Rio, I'm not with my iPhone, and people are like with iPhone, like, you know, like the last version like this should not.
In the United States, people just like walking around like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, if they were here, that would not
Yeah, they will be no.
Yeah, that won't be good.
I would go to more cultural spots as well. Like try, of course, if you want to get the culinary and blah blah blah, and you go to expensive restaurants, that's alright. But I would stay more like try to see not a routine, like a potato itinerary.
Itinerary.
Yeah, more with a local person, because
Yeah.
we would run from, for example, Grumari beaches. They're like far away from here.
Yeah.
They're like 1 hour from car. Are one of the best beaches I've already seen, and they are like virgin beaches.
Yeah.
I don't like Copacabana Beach, and I went for Rio. I was just saying that this is like my 3rd time coming here, because it's not like the most clear water. It's expensive, and you get places. Of course, you got the sugar loaf there, etc. But definitely not the best beach in Rio. And everybody that I ask, like, who's coming from US, where you're staying, people say Copacabana. I think we have a lot of like guys, I like Copacabana, but not the best place. But I see a lot of here the nightlife is a lot of hookers on the street. This is not normal, like in comparison to the. I think the hookers know that here they will find like people with money, people, and yeah, a lot of people living on the streets. Not a lot. It's better right now, but this doesn't happen in the other beaches. So definitely Grumari. And do not stay like in the city. You have like places 30 minutes, like waterfalls. Waterfalls in Rio are super good. And I don't see people going to the waterfalls because they are like so beach. You have like more than 10 waterfalls you can go, and they are not like difficult. Like there's one, call it, it's my favorite one, Love Waterfall of Love, I don't know how we would say. And it's like 10 minutes walking when you arrive there by car, and it's like not like the water is here, like
Oh, okay. It doesn't go on, but
yeah, and it's
not like an ocean.
it's not like a shower, because you have some waterfalls that are just like a little shower, and
yeah.
so yeah, and you're probably gonna fall in love with a Brazilian. If you start like dating compulsively here, because I think people are more direct. People can flirt better. I don't know if it's because of the Latino culture, but I'm saying this as I already like dated guys from not Rio. I don't know if it's a Carioca preference, but I don't know. They just have the sauce.
And Carioca.
Yeah.
They flirt better than.
Yeah, they flirt better. They are more direct. They are not like they're like. I don't know, like, as I said, it's normal for you to get invited today, so if you get invited and my friend thinks you're like hot or cute, she will just like tell me, or just go like for it on the barbecue and start flirting with you.
Okay.
Doesn't it like the first, the second, the third day? Of course, depends of the people, but it's more like, it's more. Even though we are a really sexist country, like the politicians as well, our generation is really like free in this aspect, which I think is good.
Hold that thought. All right, so we got a part 2 of this. We're gonna talk more about this subject.
Okay.
Guys, I gotta stop this because my memory card is about to stop. So if you guys want to see the rest,
Wait for part 2.
I'll tell you where to go for part 2. Look at the link in the description. Let me stop this real quick.